Hey everybody, before the show starts, log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, make sure you click on the book a call tab to book a call with me to get all your questions answered and your problem solved. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham as usual, and on today's show, we're doing a special series today. This is part one of a series that I'm doing entitled The Breakdown of Motown Records System, right? This basically comes from the documentary Motown Hitsville that's on Showtime, right? And we're going to break Motown down by how Berry Gordy laid out his system for the record company. And I think that this is something that a lot of people would be interested in because just about almost every person who sets out to start a record company visualizes themselves as, at some point in their thinking process, becoming a young Berry Gordy. So I want to break down my opinions, mixed with some things that they said in the documentary about how this system works. All right, so let's jump into it. But before we do, I just want to kind of flash on the screen a screenshot of the whole roadmap. So now that you've taken a look at that, let's jump into step one. Now, I didn't break this down by the roadmap itself because if you read it by the roadmap, it won't fill you in on what exactly each piece is supposed to do. So if you read it by the different key points that point to the different sections, you'll see that, oh, this section would be for that. This is what you do in this section, that one and this one, and this, that, and the third, and so forth and so on. So today we're going to focus on finding the talent, signing the talent, and developing the talent, okay? So let's jump into it. What are you looking for when you're trying to find the talent? All right, so I got to keep a couple key things based off of my experience, and I believe some things that they were looking at as well when it comes to signing talent, all right? So you want to make sure that that talent has star quality, okay? And the way that you make sure that talent has star quality is you want to make sure that when you first meet them, or when you see some material that they did, or you heard something that they did, or they walk into your room or into your presence personally, they light up everything around them, all right? They're not shy, they're not scared or anything like that. It's like they're very forthcoming and out, like, you know, they're outgoing. You're like, hey, how you doing? Like, you know, my name is blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, nice to meet you, blah, you know, all of that. That star quality is also coupled into how they take care of themselves and present themselves, as you heard me say before on this channel, okay? The other thing that you want to look at when you're finding this talent is you want to, once you sit down and you meet them, you want to make sure that they have some sense of a strong mind, okay? Because that's going to be necessary to go through all the trials and tribulations of this music industry. And if they seem like they kind of are on solid ground or on sound feet, that's a good indicator that you're going to have a good piece of talent right here. Now, artists, I don't want to talk to you all like piece of talent, but I'm just saying these are things that record companies are looking for, but these are things that you also look into yourselves for as well. You want to make sure that they have some sense of a great work ethic, and that may come from you doing a trial studio session, seeing how they respond to your producers or any producer like that. Okay? You also want to make sure that they have a sense of being moldable. And when you look at artists, if they seem like they can't take direction, they're too focused on what it is they want to do themselves, then chances are that's not going to be a good fit for you further down the road, because if they start out like that and you can't get it knocked out in the first couple, you know, weeks that you're working with this artist, if they can't come to their senses, then you might want to slide that one to the side and let them cool out for a minute while you work on finding some more talent. Because if the artists themselves cannot be moldable to what it is you would like them to do, and if they can't adhere to, you know, if you can't adhere to things they want to do and they can't adhere to things that you want to do, vice versa, it's not going to be a good fit. Like I said, just toss that one out. All right, so now that you found the talent, let's jump into step number two. Step number two is to sign the talent. Now, you want to make sure that when you're signing the talent, that they're going to be comfortable with the contract that you're putting in front of them, meaning that the first contract that you give them should have everything that you want as the record company, all right? It should be just stringent and strong enough to be right there at that breaking point where it's like, all right, let's just back down on this and that a little bit, and not like, why would you put that in there? Because if you put things that are too strong over that talent and their attorney looks at it and their attorney says, look, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. If you get your contract back and it's super redlined, and then that's an indicator that the artist is already looking at you, the record company, like, oh man, like, dang, you really trying to get me like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Give them a sense of freedom, but don't give them freedom, right, in the contract to do what they want. You have to make sure that you, the record company, can make a profit and get your money back, all right? And then they, the artists, don't want to feel like they're being taken advantage of. So be mindful, record company owners, of the first initial contract that you put in front of your selected artist that you want to sign. Now, don't cheat the talent, all right? It goes hand in hand with the contract. If you start off willing and ready and able to cheat that talent, right? Like, I don't know, you know, if you want to so-called pimp the talent, it will come back on you. Your name will start rolling through the streets as this person does that with their talent. It's not good karma, all right? You want to have good energy around the things that you do, okay? So here's another thing you want to look at when you're signing the talent. You want to sign that talent according to their potential. So this is going to put you in a certain position in your contract. Every contract will not be the same, because when you have a trial period with the artist, whether it be one studio session or two, you're looking at a couple things here. You know, I suggest trying a studio session where they record a song that they didn't write and a song that they did write, okay? So you're looking at, how does this artist look in clothing? How do they look from head to toe? What could be a sellability point when it comes to merchandise or branding? Does this artist have what it takes to brand something that isn't, you know, said property of the record company? If they do, that's a good point. You might want to slide that in your record contract. And artists, like, as long as the record company can handle it, then, you know, or if you feel they can, give them the option too, all right? But it's all a negotiation. But that one is for my record company owners right there. If they look like they can sell something and sell a lot of product very well, they got a good mouthpiece on them, like they can talk very good, like, and it's like, yo, that might be the person right there to handle some merchandise and branding deals from other companies, all right? Songwriting capabilities. If this artist comes in and you give them a trial period and they can write some incredible records from the get-go and it's not a fluke and you have a chance to maybe try it again, you might want to slide in a publishing deal on that, record company owners, all right? So, you know, I'm suggesting that you do a thorough due diligence analysis on the artist that you're signing. An artist, make sure you ask around about the record company. Don't just sign anything, all right? If there's vocal capabilities that are beyond average, you want to sign according to that, you know? And this is a side note. You might want to insure that voice. You know what I mean? If something happens to them vocally, maybe you have some type of insurance for that artist if there is something that vocally happens that will happen to them or might happen to them. You know, with the vocal ability, you want to look at, oh man, if this artist, maybe they don't have the look, but they have the vocal ability to do voiceovers, to do ads where they sing and they could sell something with just by speaking with their voice. That's something that you want to be keen on as a record label owner, okay? And then uniqueness, like overall uniqueness, you want to look at, okay, what does this artist have that is unique versus all these other artists out there? Whether it be on the outside, whether it be coming from the inside, or whether it's something that they do. And you want to just pay attention to these artists. Always study your artists to see what it is they're doing well, okay? Because you might have opportunity there. So if you pay attention, those that pay attention will make profits. Those that don't will lose money, okay? And the last thing for signing talent is going to be, you want to secure, you know, certain key talents for further down the road. This goes hand in hand with the songwriting and the publishing, all right? So like I said, in your contract, you want to make sure that if you see something at an early stage, you want to make sure that you sign them up or put something in the clause, for that artist. All right. Now, I was digging a lot into it for the record labels, but, this is from a record label standpoint. I mean, it might not be as artist friendly as a lot of you all want it, but I'm telling you, artists that watch my videos, that, these are things that record companies are looking at. They're analyzing all of this stuff. And you can use this as a tactic to better position yourself. All right, so the last point in this right here is the developing of the talent. All right, and so these are my opinions on their system, because if you watch that documentary, they didn't really go into everything. It was for sensation and entertainment. It was for novelty. It wasn't like digging into it. But me, myself, I can break this down because I have experience here. So you want to develop on their strengths and personality, all right? And their interests too. Whatever their interest is, you want to develop that, right? To develop something around that. Whatever their personality is, you want to enhance that personality, okay? Their mannerisms will be a measurement of their public perception, where they are right now and where they will be, okay? If you look at Alicia Keys back on the first album, I mean, she went through media training like it was no tomorrow, because it was like her talking was like really, really hood. And she, what's up, y'all, and then the second album comes out, hey, how's everybody doing, right? She went through a development process to refine, her edginess, to kind of encapsulate that edginess and push it in the right direction, okay? Don't go over there, let's put it over here so that we can make sure that we stay on this path to go forward and to go up. So you want to watch the artist's mannerisms, whether they be a hot-headed artist, whether they be, even though they're very great in the studio, maybe they're a little bit shy, so you want to pull the character out that they're, that sits within them. You want to look at these things. Like I said, always pay attention to your artist if you want to make some profit here. And the last thing, the character must be refined to enhance the uniqueness of the artist. Whatever character traits that you see that could use development, that could potentially raise more profits for you as an artist and for the record label, pay attention to those character traits. Refine them, but don't erase them, because that is when you lose your uniqueness, your proprietary components to your artist, all right? You want to make sure that you shape them and mold them. This is why I said in the beginning, they have to have some sense of being moldable. They can't show too much resistance, because if they do, then you won't really get anywhere. So you want to polish them up. Polish what they have up. Don't take away. Don't impose what you feel they should be. Impose things on them that will make them better and not what you feel they should be. Because if you do what you do, then why not, you, the record label owner, become the artist in the first place? So that's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we're trying to give this artist a platform where they can shine at their utmost, highest potential of themselves. All right? And we're not trying to cheat them in the process. We want to make sure they can make money and make sure we make our money as record label owners ourselves. All right? Anyway, this is part 1. I'm going to finish this series out. I don't know if it's going to be a 3-part or 4-part. It might be a 4-part series. But this is going to be coming from now until the rest of the year. I think this is great. Hey, baby, Motown. The Motown Records System Explained. All right? This is an original copy of the Jackson 5 ABC. I got it from Mom Dukes right here. So, Mom, this is your record. I promise I'm not putting my fingers all over this record right here. Anyway, I'll see you all later in the week. Peace. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure you log on to musicmoneymakeover.com/shop to download all my books and free guides. And while you're there, click on the Book a Call tab to book a call with me to get all your questions answered and problems solved. I'll see you all soon.